Hi there everybody, welcome to my room. My name is Amber Johnson with Helping the Good People here in Tucson, Arizona. If you guys are familiar with my channel and you'd like to get in touch with me and let me know how you heal through trauma or have any stories that you would like to share related to domestic violence or any kind of trauma that you've experienced that you would like guidance with, then reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and send me a message and ask me how you can help or how I can help you. So if you have been subscribed to my channel or you've been familiar with any of my videos, I tend to just do random, uncut live videos, and I've been doing this for about 2 years. It all started because my children were not with me, and I told them if they could not be with Mommy, while Mommy fought the good fight, they could watch me work. And that's how I started YouTube. And lately I've been trying to find different topics to write about, whether it's on domestic violence statistics, which is out there, whether it's me reading tarot cards for you guys, whether it's me talking about the different stones and the healing properties. As you can see, I'm holding my selenite wand. Or if it's about, I think my recent ones were on codependency and emotional dependency and also forgiveness. Today I'd like to discuss more about grief and the art of letting go and things that I tend to do when I'm feeling down or if I'm having a bad day on how I deal with my grief. It's not an easy process, I gotta tell you. It takes practice. And I am 40 years old, and I have a lot of knowledge and wisdom with dealing with trauma all the way back to childhood. So how are ways that you tend to react when you are faced with a memory or a trigger of a place or a person or any kind of things that are left in your house? Like me, I walk into my house. I used to have a house full of stuff that I collected over a 20-year period. And after all the trauma, eventually I got so depressed that every time I came home, I would see something on a wall. And it would automatically trigger a memory. And of course, I didn't take any mind to it. I just sat down and became depressed. And over time of reading books and self-help books and working on myself, going to groups and therapy, I finally realized feng shui and also about cleaning house and getting rid of those memories and releasing the past. So the first thing I would highly recommend, if you guys are still listening and you're curious about ways of starting the letting go process, I highly recommend you clean house. That would require you to sit down and take a day for yourself, which it can take even longer, but to start, give yourself about an hour. And just kind of rummage through your house, go through some paperwork, put stuff in a pile if you have to, and just sit on the floor. Second of all, I would highly recommend turning on some music. Of course, not any sad, lonesome music, but more like meditative type music or some techno, or how about like me, I listen to Enigma. You can light a candle, as I have right here. You can light an incense or burn some sage for some energy clearing. Right here in front of me, I have Palo Santo. I love the smell of it, but it also settles the mood. So when you're done with all of that and you feel comfortable, I want you to sit down and go through your stuff. I want you to take a real good look at stuff and say, what does this mean to me? And if it has a bad memory and it's something that you wish to release, pick it up and put it in its own little pile. And rummage through some stuff in your house until you are done with that pile. And once you do, I want you to take a bag. I want you to put all of that stuff that you do not want to keep in a bag and either donate it, because you know how it says, one man's trash is another man's treasure, or go throw it in the garbage. That is the first thing I've done when I realized how many years I sat in shit and wondering why I was so miserable. That is one way I heal through trauma, is I go through my stuff and I ask myself, do I need this in my life? No. It's gone. Out of here. Another thing is to find a little support group. Find at least one or two, maybe even 3 people that you can relate to. And of course you want to stay away from the people that are very negative, because no matter what you do, being around negativity will bring out more negativity. You want to find some people that are supportive. And if you don't have anyone like that, like me, I don't have very many people, then I highly recommend you seeking out like a support group. And you can go on Google and you can definitely find some kind of support group that fits with how you're feeling. And really, with Google, I'm one of those researchers, man. You give me 5 minutes and I'll find something for you. But just type in how you're feeling. Say groups for depression, groups for mindfulness, groups for grief, and see what comes up. Find something and then step out of your comfort zone and attempt to make an appointment with your destiny and go. The day that I let go of fear was the day that I finally said, okay, I'm tired of sitting here being sad and depressed. And I got an invite to go out and listen to music one day, and I was going to hit the maybe button. And something triggered inside my brain after sitting on my couch for almost 2 years, watching TV, locking myself away, that said, wait a minute, Amber, you're not going to do this to yourself anymore. You're going to get your butt up and you're going to go. So I called up my friend and I said, look, you remember where I live? If you can give me a ride home, I'll get there. But the jam ends so late that I'm going to need a ride home. And he said, okay. So guess what? I got up and I went to listen to music. And that's when the magic happened. I got out of my head. I said, I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to do something I haven't done in 10 years. And I'm not going to be sad today. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. 3 weeks later, my heart exploded and went poof. I found my passion all over again. Music. In the 2 years that I have been following musicians around, building my business and my nonprofit around domestic violence, I swing more towards healing arts, healing through trauma with music, art, dance, yoga, meditation. All I know is that I might seem all over the place sometimes, but there's a method to my madness. And as everybody else out there, I'm still trying to find my mission. But my mission has boiled down to one thing: self-love. Finding alternatives besides drugs and alcohol and medication from doctors. I have quit everything. I started taking vitamins. I started walking again. I started going to exercise classes. I go listen to music at least once a week. And because of that, I've started finding myself again. I found a family, basically, where I'm living here. It's a independent living housing. And we're all in recovery and we're all, going through trauma from our past. But because of my divine intervention putting me here, I have found my soul tribe, my sisterhood. I have found people that are like-minded. And now I have been building even more of a foundation to healing through my own trauma. I'm laughing again. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm doing things that I wouldn't normally have done before due to years of trauma and bullshit and domestic violence. I escaped a very bad abusive situation, and now I help people in these situations. Why? Because I don't want to see people suffer. And I've also taught my kids how to heal through trauma in healthy ways, and one of them has been writing. I have them write in journals, We sit for hours and we color in coloring books. We jump on beds. We go to the park. We do beading work. I want to show you guys something. One day I got very depressed, okay? And I decided I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do some beads. Next thing you know it, I have made about 8 sets of beads, necklaces, and I'll tell you another good thing was I got sad and depressed again, and I got out and I started making bracelets. Some of these I decided, me and the girls here have decided that we are going to make it our mission to be able to put our feelings and our thoughts onto the bracelets. But more of affirmations. This one says empathy. We have grace. How about face fear? I'm wearing my bracelet that says truth. It's about living in truth. Divine, victory, virtue, family, believe, faith, happy. What else do we got here? I'm telling you. This says never give up. Never give up. These are affirmations and reminders, and we've decided that we want to hand them out to other people as a reminder to never give up. Joyful resolution. Soul tribe. Dignity. And let's see. Kindness. Showing kindness. Look at this. This is all stuff that I took it upon myself to do one day because I was sad. And I didn't want to be sad anymore. These are the arts that I choose to go down as far as healing through trauma and how I've gotten through all my trials and tribulations recently. Not saying I'm never going to have a bad day again, but these are just some tools that I want to throw out there for you. So when you're having a bad day and you're lost and you don't know where to go, I want you to remember one thing. You have yourself. You have love. So much love inside your heart that you got to pour it out in some way besides acting out and anger. The art of forgiveness is to forgive yourself. The art of letting go is to feel what you feel. Accept it as what it is. And then find creative ways to heal it through art, music, meditation, yoga, whatever you need to do for yourself. Because it's not about anyone else out there in this world. No one can make you live in joy. No one can make you happy but you. Start writing a journal. If you're having dreams, scary dreams, if you're having bad thoughts, take out a journal, carry it with you, and start writing your story. Get out some beads and sit there and get out of your head and make some beads. You never know. For me, I sat out there all day. Next thing you know, I had a pile of stuff. And the girls in the house started taking them. And now they want to make some too. We're even starting our own little karaoke night. We're running groups. I'm doing my weekly group out at Reed Park on Sundays from 2 to 6 p.m. every Sunday at the Reed Park Duck Pond, right in the center for Sacred Sunday Circles. It's my group, healing through trauma, one day at a time. Come join us at Reed Park Duck Pond and get involved with the community and heal your trauma with us. All you have to do is commit to showing up. Bring your gifts. Tell us how you got through it. And join us. That's it. Commit to showing up for yourself. All we're doing is chilling and having a good time. Stay tuned. This is Amber Johnson with Helping the Good People.